Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it's the Regrowth, it is episode 2 of Regrowth, and today we have got some mammoth games early on in the championship. As you can see on the table, we've played 9 games and we are currently sitting 6th, exactly whereabouts we're meant to go and be. So we haven't gone absolutely amazing, and at the same time we haven't gone anything crazy. If you look at our fixtures, I think it's the best place to start. It's been a very mixed bag. We obviously saw the Sheffield Wednesday game. We did win 2-1 that day. We dominated Swansea and lost 2-0. We were very poor against Huddersfield. We're 1-0 up. We lost 2-1. We conceded very late there. Would have been a nice draw. Coventry, we smacked in the 4-2-3-1, drew 0-0. Millwall, in the end, we got past them pretty easy. Stoke was a bit interesting. You know, we dominated Stoke. We had something like 30 shots that day. They scored early and sat like typical Stoke. In the end, we eventually broke them down. But the Preston game kind of put us into something that maybe we're going to do a bit more. We played a 4-2-3-1 that day, which was great, but we struggled to score. We dominated Preston, by the way. Probably smart to click on this game. And you can see from the changes here that Lewis Grabban came on. We went 2 up top and played the mess 4-2-4 in at about the 65th minute. We scored 2 goals, and really it could have been 3 or 4. But yeah, we did dominate Preston to an extent. They really didn't do much. You know, Samba wasn't really tested in the end. We did get through there. We did the same thing against Rotherham, and I don't understand how we didn't win this game. They didn't do much. They got a penalty, which they slotted, which was never a pen ever. The guy didn't even go down. But the referee gave it, and that's that. In the end, we dominated. Somehow, Nottingham Forest did not score another one, and there we go. The one thing I am noticing is that no matter who we play at centre attacking mid at the moment, no one knows how to play in the 10 role. This game was interesting. We just played this one on stream. We are obviously live. Links down below. Come follow. Like and subscribe, obviously, YouTube. You know the drill. Look, first thing I'm going to say is Taylor has been in great form and has ousted Grabban from the starting 11, which is, well, the guy in form. He's scoring goals. Grabban doesn't. Simple as that. But in this game here, as soon as they scored from kickoff, Dawson gave away the ball. No dramas. Christie's hasn't played for us, the guy on loan from Fulham. He gives away the ball in the 61st minute. Samba makes another big save. All of a sudden, our players went and just did not know. We had everybody all over the park, get on the ball, stop, not know how to put a ball in the box or anything. And we're very lucky to walk away with a 3-1 win. We had to thank our goalkeeper. But, look, we got through that game there. We weren't at our best. It was a 3-1 win, and it sees us 6th in the table. So, interesting time. What we're doing in this YouTube is something massive in this YouTube episode. It is a blockbuster October for us. We have got Bournemouth, who are actually doing very poor in the league, but I would have thought would have been odds-on favourite to win the league. Birmingham, right. Then we got Norwich, who are flying in the league, and Watford, who are ahead of us too. Then we got Reading, who are no mugs. What I'm thinking is we're going to do an October special. With this October special, I'm going to show you the Bournemouth game, the highlights of Birmingham, show you the Norwich City game, show you the Watford game, and the highlights of Reading, and that will be the episode. I do think that is what we're going to do. Like, if you look at the season preview here, Bournemouth, I do not understand how they're there. Like, that team on paper should be absolutely pumping sides. But it is what it is, and we'll see what happens. They are in poor form, and maybe it's a good time to play them. I know for Bournemouth's sake that they need to win this game to get back on track. In terms of ourselves, we did just play a game, obviously 3 days ago, but we are sticking with a very similar lineup. Joe Carvalho, he hasn't played well either. I'm going to give Johnson another go. Right, Johnson's going to go in here. I've now just decided to play an advanced playmaker on attack now. It's what we use with Santoro at Mess. Santoro had games where it was not great and games where it's good. It's either this or a shadow striker. The attacking midfielder one didn't seem to work. I'm not sure what we're going to do. But yeah, both work in the system. This kind of spot here is kind of like whatever happens in that spot. We know on Football Manager this year that 10s generally don't play well. But it is what it is. Apart from that, though, Lolly's in sensational form. Is being touted as a Premier League player as well, and has had some interest throughout the window, but nothing of a formal bid. Mighton's been growing really well, just played 90 minutes in the other 23, so 100%. MB So's obviously starting at the moment as well, because we do have an injury, a longer term one, to Jack Worrell. He's missed about a month, and is going to probably miss about 2 months of football. Anyway, we are here, and we are live. And we have Bournemouth, who have gone in a 4-4-2. Begovic in goals, great keeper. It's a very decent side. Like Billing and Lemma should be probably one of the best midfield pairings in the championship. Solanke scored his last game out. Dominic Solanke, though, for the championship, I think would be really decent, but I never see him being a Premier League player. Joshua King somehow hasn't gone to a bigger club. I would imagine he's unbelievable for the level as well. You got Phillips, I think, is on loan from West Brom, who's out there. That's probably a good loan signing as well. So it's a very strong side. You've got Rico, Stacey's there. If you look at the bench, Lewis Cook's on the bench. I don't understand how he's on the bench. He must not be fit. But yeah, I would love to pick up Lewis Cook if it was possible as well. And we'll wait and we'll see. You know, if we got promoted this year, which it's not the goal, but it's to be thereabouts, and Lewis Cook didn't, and Lewis Cook wanted to leave, Lewis Cook would be a guy I would bring in. Anyway, into the kickoff we go. It is Nottingham Forest in the red. It is Bournemouth in the blue. Score prediction in the chat. We are live. This kicks off a bumper October for Nottingham Forest. Like, if we can get through October and we can get maybe 2 or 3 wins, the rest draws, no losses, we wouldn't be too far down in the table. Coventry are 1-0 up against... Never mind. Yeah, Pookie scored straight away. I was about to say, wow, Norwich 1-0 down would have been a massive... Imagine if Coventry got a result there at home. That would be huge. Anyway, and I think about this in October, but I just know how good the championship, how tight they can get. We obviously did a lot of championship gameplay, obviously, last year with Sunderland. We haven't been in England this year, so it's nice to be back. Anyway, Thiago looks for Freeman. Good touch. Comes inside. Luke Freeman goes for goal, and in the end, puts it just high. And there we go. Good start from us on the ball really well. I will say that we have looked good in this 4-2-3-1, but we haven't looked clinical. If we were a bit more clinical, this 4-2-3-1 would be rocking. Instead, it's been a bit of look good, get on the ball, look really well, but that's about it. Anyway, Thiago Silva on the ball. He's been sensational. I think they just sold him in real life. Freeman, though, gets into the box, is tackled. Phillips now. Getting down this left-hand side and running, and in the end, no one wanting to go with him. Eventually, someone comes across, but it's a good win. That's a save and a half from Samba. Right spot at the right time. We eventually get it out for a corner, and on the break went Phillips with a great ball in, and Samba was massive, and it's still 0-0 20 minutes in. And this is what I kind of mean from what I've seen so far, is that we've been good, we've been decent, and we've been in games and dominating games. We just haven't been scoring. Haven't been scoring at all. In the end, 30 minutes played, still 0-0. Not much really happening out there. I'm going to tell us to get creative if not long left in the half. I would love a goal right on half time. Get a free kick. Haven't seen too many of these. Freeman goes for goal. In the end, it's through Begovic and in. We'll take that. Oh, I love it, my dim sim. That's what you want. Watching class. Yeah, easy, man. Easy. You've done your exam now. No need. In the end, Luke Freeman. Good hit. Begovic should do a lot better, but we'll take a 1-0 lead. Especially in a game that we're dominating possession. We don't have to go into a 4-4-2. We don't have to go that bit more aggressive now to chase a result. Very happy with that. And this Bournemouth side haven't looked great, which is not what you expect. In the end, Leonardo, the new signing, has been decent. Finds Thiago Silva. Gets tackled though, and this is not what you want to see. Dominic Solanke holds it up. They've got numbers. Phillips is quick. Still going. He's got numbers inside. It's a great ball into Billing. Samba save me. No, it's a great move. Good morning, mate. How are you, Burger Breath? Hope you're doing well. In the end, Mr. Thiago Silva should do so much better. And just like that, it is 1-1. It's a good ball from Dominic Solanke, a guy that I did rubbish off a little bit being a Liverpool fan. That's good, my dim sim. That's what I love to hear. Recover, my man. Recover. Going to tell us the mind a little bit more here. Time's still ticking, though. Lolly not having his best of game. Nor is Luke Freeman. I think what I am going to do... If Martin, though, he's not 100%. Going to go with him, though. Going with the youngster over Lolly. That is a big move, but the youngster's in great form. He's played well enough. It's a corner. If Bournemouth go 2-1 up against the runner play, I would be livid. Rico's ball in. Cook's free. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, man. What do we have to do? What do we have to fucking do, man? Don't get it. We dominate every game we play. We get good possession, good moments, and then nothing. And against the runner play, there you are. Ben Watson's going to come in for Batchy as well, like for like. And this is not how you want to start this cracking October. We've had Bournemouth on the ropes. And there we are. Ball in, cleared away. in the billing. Badbeck. If they score again, I'll be livid. Ball in. Leonardo does well, clears. Would imagine this is a pointless highlight, though, because we are making changes. They're down in 12th, my dim sim, man. And we've dominated. And our whole time here at Nottingham Forest has just been us dominating games with possession and not fucking having a chance. Phillips down there. Good tackle from Leonardo. Good tackle. Highlight. Come on, boys. Leonardo, Thiago Silva. I don't know what it is with this Nottingham Forest team, but no one knows how to fucking beat a man and put a ball in a box, man. Every person hits the bloody guy first. There's a guy standing in front of you. You can't put a ball past a guy. You can't kick it through him. Take a step, sidestep him. No dramas. In the end, Dawson on it. Christie's. Goulden and Lewis grab him, who's not been great at all. Billing, Badek, and here they come on again. It's a good ball. Leonardo does well. Heads back to Samba. We won the Champions League burger breath is what we did. Just uploaded that to YouTube if you want to go have a look as well. Dawson has been so shit, man. Fucking hell, Dawson. You're gone. You're gone. I've had enough of this stupid shit. Freeman's ball in, back stick, Begovic comes and claims. Oh, I've had enough. All our goals have come from fucking people either in this spot here, crossing into someone, or that. It's just been so dumb. If it wasn't for that, we probably would have won 9 from 9. Such a massive game in the context of the season too, and we're going to get pumped here. Bournemouth to make it 4-1. Game over. Fuck me, man. 63% of the ball, 15 shots, 8. Yeah, we're 4-1 down. We're 4-1 down. Wow. Get aggressive. That is absolutely... You got to be kidding. Got to be kidding, man. 1-0 up on half-time. Dominating the game. Bournemouth does nothing in a half of fucking football. Right? Does nothing. Dominate, get in, no dramas, and then Dawson decides to be an idiot. Right? Thiago Silva, for the first goal, on the ball, has an option, can play back to centre-back, could go out to a fucking full-back, could play it inside, he could even play a long diagonal. Hey, you lose the long diagonal, who cares, man? They're fucking pinned back, does not matter. Nah, let's get tackled in the middle of the park. Good break, not a bad goal. And fucking look at this. 3 goals in 8 minutes, man. You're in a game of football. You're playing against a team that's predicted to go win the league. They're down in 12, having a shocking year. You're having 60% of the ball. You're knocking it around. What happens? Oh, let's get to the byline, not whip the ball in. Oh, let's whip it in when the guy's in front of you, standing there. What's wrong there with fucking playing back to your centre mid? Nah, let's go concede. Oh, Dawson's going to be a fucking idiot. Yeah, no dramas, man. Wow. And I really am trying to not rage too much in YouTube episodes, but that is going to fucking set me off. That is absolutely horrid. And if that's what we're in for, I will resign as Nottingham Forest manager. Fucking don't care. You know what? There's going to be a lot of people here. Knots, you are shit, mate. You're absolute shit, and I'll call you Knots for as bad as you play. Far out. See you in a second. Welcome back. We get a result against Birmingham, as you would have expected. But, and the big but is that we were yet again very poor in the 4-2-3-1. We dominated possession. We looked amazing, right? But could we score? No. It took us to the 55th minute. We changed to the 4-2-4 again. And we scored 3 and looked pretty good. We're going to go through the goals, obviously, of the highlight here quickly. I'm not going to show the key highlights of that, or else this episode will balloon out too long. But maybe away. They got a penalty first minute from kickoff. Ran into the box, put a ball in. There was the colourful of like 4 guys that went up for the header, and somehow the referee pinged the pen. I think it was there. Must have been. Anyway, Ribeiro, though, got on the ball in the 4-2-4, puts it in. Graben should just header it into the open net. And to be fair, Etheridge should make the save. Doesn't, and it is 1-1. And we scored. Lolly looks very excited at that. Then we had a free kick, and Freeman is ball in. Etheridge didn't get near it. Taylor looked offside live, wasn't, which was great, and we go up. And then, obviously, in the dying embers of the game, with them really trying to push, we win the ball, we get a throw in on this right-hand side. Thiago Silva with a good ball in back stick, Lolly with a free header, Etheridge isn't saving that, and we get ourselves a 3-1 win. What that means for us in the table is we now jump into 5th ahead of Watford. We do have Norwich City next. It's a big game for us, and we want to kind of catch the boys, Brentford and Norwich, that are currently occupying those automatic promotion places. And then that leads us into a Watford game. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I am very tempted to play 4-2-4. That's up to my Twitch chat to let me know, and that's why YouTube, you should go and follow us live on Twitch. Links are down below. With that in mind, I will be back in a second. We have Norwich coming up, and then we have Watford as well, and then we'll show you, obviously, the highlights of the Reading game to end. Welcome back, YouTube. Through an international break, no injuries to report, and we now have Norwich City in a massive game in the league. We are obviously at the City ground, and we are 9 points behind them as well. And hopefully we will continue in the same vein of form that we finished the last game in against Birmingham. Well, hopefully we play the second half that we did, not the first half. There is a little bit of talk about what we should do in terms of the team today. I am still going to play the 4-2-3-1. The scouting report says that they do not like playing against a 4-2-3-1 that much, so I've decided to go with the 4-2-3-1. And saying that, they've won 9 from 9, so they don't really care, right? What I have done is actually change the team slightly. I bring Christie's in because I do think the Fulham loanee has a lot about him. And I just think in this game here, we need him to step up, see if he can. This is the game that I'm kind of like, if he plays well, yep, it's a good loaning sign-in, we'll play it. If he doesn't, not a problem. Cortis is going to come back in for Ribeiro. He's our best fullback as well, before I forget. I just don't trust Dawson after what happened in the last couple of games. So Dawson's out. I don't really have another very good centre-back for that. Worrell's obviously injured, or else Worrell just come in and it'll be just simple. He's good enough for the bench. Not 100% fit. Oh, no, he's not. Was looking at the wrong person. Never mind. Silva and Batchy, obviously, they're our two best centre mids. Lolly in there too. But what I have done is Sammy Ameobi has Premier League experience, right? Sammy Ameobi has scored a goal already this season, and Sammy Ameobi's been playing really well in the under-23s. He is good enough and has enough experience. It's crazy saying that about Sammy Ameobi, to do something in this game. North Beach, well done, through to the semi in the UCL, that's what you want to see. But it allows me to play Freeman in the hole. I just think Freeman as a shadow striker in the hole does fit the bill, and something I want to see as well. See if we're good enough to play with a shadow striker in this system and see if we can get something out of Freeman in that way. Lolly, obviously, and Taylor's forms have been really good, but he is in injury. He's not injury thing, but he's just come back for international duty. With that in mind, I'm going to give Grabham the game. But, yeah. Alex Martin just signed a new contract. Arsenal sniffing. I just put a 30 mil fee in there. If we don't get promoted, 30 mil to clubs in higher divisions. Like, if Arsenal give me 30 mil, that's 30 mil. We'll have to take it too. But, yeah, that's the team that's lining up. We have a couple 1-1 draws predicted by Burger Brief in the chat as well. And I would probably take a draw in this game. A win here would be massive. Look at how good that team is for the Prem. Zimmerman, Godfrey, Max Aarons, Cantwell, Bundia, Pookie. So surprised he's still here. But yeah, there is some players that are too good for the championship in that team. And expect Norwich, along with Brentford and Bournemouth, to really be the three teams that kind of just like, we're too good. We're going to go straight back up. It just depends on who's automatic and who goes through the playoffs. Our goal is obviously make the playoffs, ruffle a few feathers. You just never know if you make the final of the playoffs. Then it's just 90 minutes of just madness and see what happens. Ask Brentford in real life. Anyway, early highlight here, Leonardo on the ball. Into Thiago Silva. And the one thing I will say is in big games we look okay and Batchy goes bang. That's something we haven't seen in a while. That's something we saw a lot in pre-season. And we did see, I think, in the start of the season. But Batchy goes bang and Batchy back maybe to his best. And it is 1-0 Nottingham Forest. Early minutes in. Silva, Batchy, Freeman tees it up for him and Batchy just goes, see you later. Ball moves away from the keeper too. You saw it kind of move away in the air. The keeper's never getting into that. As good as Tim Crew is, it is 1-0 Nottingham Forest. And look, that is as good as we wanted. We are good on the ball. We're known for having good possession. We're averaging 60% in the league, which is really high. I think we're top. Sammy Amiobi scored. We're vindicated. A vindicated bring back into the team. Sammy Amiobi at the back stick. Freeman gets 2 assists in the shadow striker role. Maybe it was just the personnel that was the issue. Maybe it was just the personnel. Freeman's ball in. Sammy Amiobi rises highest. And all of a sudden, Norwich City, who were top or second, won 9 from 9, but undefeated in 9 games. Might have had 7 wins and 2 draws, something like that. They are now on the brink of being absolutely embarrassed here at the City ground. Batchy with a booking. A red card would change this game, so hopefully nothing there. And a goal right now against the run of play would be very interesting too. Anyway, Max Aaron's there, finds Mr. McLean. He gets on the ball and coming inside as well. Looks for Skip. And they're playing around very nice. In the end, not picked off by Batchy. Maybe a bit scared to dive in there with the card. And it's a very well worked move here. Quintella beats Christie's. Yes, he does. Christie does well though, gets it back. And his clearance isn't the best though. He could have pumped it anywhere but there, really. Max Aaron's inside. Leonardo, what a tackle. Falls the roop. It's falling to a Malik Cantwell in the end. He's headed straight at Sambu, who finally was capped for the first time. I think he's Senegalese? Yeah, the Congolese. There we go. Was capped for the first time over the international break. Very, very happy with that. It's the first time, really, this season that we've seen us go out there and just be in the 4-2-3-1 and scored early goals. That's exactly what I want to see. Lolly not having his best of the game out there, but that's okay. Nor is Lewis grab him, which is a bit of a worry because we expect him to do a lot better. Aaron's goes long, but only as far as Mr. NB So. NB So goes all the way back there to Samba. If that was Dawson, we would have lost the ball. Anyway, Tobias is on it, and his ball finds a Lolly, and he finds Mr. Christie, who gets on it, cuts it there. Sammy Amiobi with a header just over. Not bad from us so far. 60-odd minutes played. I'm going to reward Alex Myton with his training. We're going to get him in as well as a winger there on attack. And there's our first change there. Time still ticking at the moment. Going to make our second change as well. Grabber not having the best of the game. Freeman can play up top, which is not bad. Sammy Amiobi should be able to play up top and can't. I am going to move to this. I'm going to go and bring Sam Basso in as an anchor man or a halfback. Just let him sit in. Freeman's going to move into an up-front role. I'm going to go with that as well. Everyone looking pretty good out there. Emi Bundia now with the ball in. We don't want to concede right now. Zimmerman, Darwell should have scored and doesn't. Come on, boys. On a very low tempo. Let's just go see this out a little bit. Alex Myton. Myton gets on the ball and he's quick and he's away. And off he goes. Alex Myton, the young star. He is so good, man. Arsenal, 30 million is the price tag. And I'm not budging. Alex Myton with an absolutely amazing goal. The 17-year-old picks it up on halfway. He drives at will. And this is a man for the future, ladies and gentlemen, because he is sensational and drives it into the bottom bin. It's the sealer. It's the nail in the coffin. And Norwich are being dispatched. With that in mind, and this game being over as well, Ben Johnson's going to come in for Batchy. I'm actually going to move him as a Mazzala on attack. If I can click. I'm in that much chocolate ahead. Game. FM. Thank you. Eventually got there. And we're going to move Silva into advanced playmaker on attack too. Like, get forward, boys. Get a fourth. Get a fourth. There we go. What a performance. If we concede one, my fault. Anyway, ball in McLean. Pookie's there. Cleared away. So on it. Actually got space to go a little bit here, So. Holds it up nicely. Finds Alex Myton. Comes inside. Finds Christie's, who's had a very good game out there. Still with Christie's. Cuts it. Blocked. Or else it would have been a Freeman goal. Maybe it's a chance to go on the re-break here. Pookie. Probably Pookie really should have played a ball into the running men beyond him, but didn't. And that's the highlight. That has been a very, very, very good showing from the boys. That's a free... We have dispatched one of the favourites for the title, as easy as that. We had a game, obviously, against Bournemouth, where, really, against Bournemouth, that should have been what happened. It didn't. But now Norwich come along, and we are absolutely amazing. That's very pleased, boys. I am ecstatic with that. That was as good as you like. So one of the goals from Batchy and from Alex Myton. Let me know which one you thought was better in the comment section. And of course Twitch do that too. But there we go. That is a win and a half. Batchy, absolutely unbelievable. And I think Alex Myton, where are you? I am praising your last game. That was superb. And there you go. Like, look at the kid's been. Averaging a 7.2 at 17. Look how well he's going too. He is looking absolutely amazing. You can see why Arsenal really are interested in him. And there you go. That puts us into 5th, ladies and gentlemen. 5th, 23 points. We get a little bit closer. Brentford have a game in hand. That is Norwich's first loss of the season as well. And that is massive. I'll see you guys in 3 days' time. We got Watford in 3 days' time. Might be some slight little changes, but that's what we're going to produce in the 4-2-3-1. We're definitely not going to change in the 4-2-4 just yet. Maybe it was just getting Sammy Amiobi in, getting Freeman through the middle. Maybe that's all we needed to unlock the creative door here at Forest. Welcome back, YouTube. It is now time for the Watford game. Obviously, a few days later, Watford have actually slumped from being in the playoffs to currently now in 10th. I think they've just gone on a little bit of a run, Watford, of not winning games of football. Yeah, there's your run there. They were, after beating Sheffield, in 4th spot. So, kind of showing how tight it can get here. You know, Reading, obviously, no mugs as well, who we got after this game too. That's why it's been such a crazy October. A win here kind of makes my October seem very, very decent. You know, obviously, we lost, the Bournemouth. Should have been a better showing. But we go pick 9 points up here. I would be happy with a draw against Reading. And I would say, look, we're in a very good spot. Getting a little bit of an easier couple of months, right? Like, apart from the Brentford-Watford game, that should be a fairly straightforward, Bristol as well, but it should be a fairly straightforward, like, December run-in, but we have to put ourselves in that spot. Only big news here is that Bachi is suspended for this game here, so Sam Basso, the Marleyan international, is going to go out there. Loves a big game, very experienced midfielder. Look, it's ever a game for you to go out there, Sam, and just do a job. This is definitely it. I prefer to stay box-to-box and ball winning. I've never had faith in ball winning. Apart from that, this team that started last time out is going to go out there. Azet, that Taylor's in. And I'm actually going to drop altogether Lewis Grabban because he's been that poor. And Da Costa will find minutes, I reckon, off the bench before he starts getting upset as well. Honestly, think in the summer, Lewis is going, and a couple others that I think, Dawson if I can as well, even though he's club captain, I think are both going to go. But yeah, here we are. We're going to go with Samba. Christie's is gaining. He looked pretty good last game out, so we're going to give him in. Thiago Mbiso has been amazing and has been developing so well. He's physically looking amazing. Obviously, we've got Cortis there, Leonardo, Silva, So, Lolly, Freeman, Amiobi, and Taylor up top. Hopefully, he can continue his goal-scoring form, which is definitely a way of what we want to see. Anyhow, we're looking pretty good. They've got Danny Welbeck up top. There's a man that everybody knows, Danny Welbeck. He would be really good for the championship. Delafeu, SARS there too. They hold on to him. Pereira, Capu there. Dawson as well. Ben Foster's in goals. Yammat's there. It's a very nice team. You know, Nathaniel's obviously very decent at 24. Has been capped by England once before. You know, Will Hughes was touted to be a very, very, very good player. Back in the day, on Football Manager, never really grew into it in real life. And then Joe Pedro's there on the bench as well. He's obviously a very good player up top. This Watford squad is very strong. However, down in 10th, if there's ever a time to get at them, it's probably now. It's them in the yellow, it's us in the red. Score prediction in the chat, lads. I think we're going to be okay. Early doors, though. It's a free kick. I don't know who's on it here. Delafeu. Probably can hit him. He does. He's hit the post. Wow, and Tobias gets it away. Sheffield 1-0 up against Barnsley. Would have been an absolute sensational goal. Had Samba beat. Down the other end, though, it's Leonardo into Thiago Silva. And he finds Leonardo, finds Thiago Silva. His ball in block. We've seen that highlight so much. When the cross comes in, it's just blocked by the first man. Danny Welbeck makes a great run. Samba doesn't either make the save. Welbeck would have been offside anyhow. Still 0-0, though. Would I take a draw? I think on paper, yes, normally. But the fact they're down in 10th, no. I think if there's ever a time to beat Watford away, it's when they're in poor form, right? Even though their team on paper is really good. 30 minutes played. Looking pretty decent here. I'm actually going to tell us demand a little bit more, we would tend to go. Like, if we can get in 0-0 at half-time. Oh, Sammy Amiobi's injured. Alright, we're going to move Freeman over there. I'm actually going to move Ben Johnson into the hole. That's not what we wanted to do, was it? Freeman in. Yep, there we are. Move Johnson into the hole. Freeman's going to go out wide. Could have put Alex Myton out wide there as well, but I think that's a change I want to make a bit later for Lolly to try and impact the game like we did last time. Johnson can go out there and do a job. I mean, Freeman can go out... Sorry, Johnson can go out there and do a job and Freeman can go out wide. That didn't happen, did it? I want that. There you go. Time ticking away here. Still on top, but not like crazily on top. Bournemouth now beating Birmingham 2-0. It's a highlight for us. I would love for us to score here in the 4-2-3-1 without changing to 4-4-2. And Christie gets there, gets the ball in the box, doesn't find anyone. Lolly can hit him, boys. Decided not to. Sam Basso, not known for it. In the end, he drives well wide. Not bad, though. Not bad. We're looking okay. So on a booking, not really having the best of the game out there, is he? I am going to go and get in Ben Watson then, like for like. I'm going to stay in the 4-2-3-1. I do think that not losing here is paramount. Christie's looking a little bit legless too. But is okay. Anyway, Johnson beats his man. Still going as Johnson. His ball in blocked. Should be Christie's. It is. And he finds Thiago Silva. Looks for Ben Watson. Bombing on. Goes for goal just wide. Good run from Ben Watson to get beyond. 70-odd minutes played. Lolly has not done enough. And I am going to bring the winger of Alex Myton in. See if he can get a goal, Alex. Time ticking. Not long left. I'm going to tell us to get creative with 5 to go. I'm not going to go out there and go crazy to try to win this game. But at the same time, I think we've been the better side and deserve something. In the end, it looks like it's going to tick away. Look, a 0-0 draw to Watford. We have battered them. It has to be said. We have battered them. At the same time, though, very dangerous team. Very dangerous side. Very good on paper. Definitely a team that should be in and around the playoffs. For me, that isn't a bad result. That leaves me in the 6. Leaves me in a spot to see what we can do. And then, yeah, hopefully we'll be alright. Amiobi's out for 2 to 3 weeks, so that forces me to change my team yet again. But, not the worst result. Like, if we went out there, we lost. Or if we went out there, played the 4-2-4, and we got hit on the break, and we lost right at the death, which obviously, they got, Sarr and Deulofeu out wide. They've got the pace to do that. If we lost, then that would be detrimental. It allows Watford to get a point behind us, and it's all to play for. Actually, they would be, a point behind us. For us, if by getting that point there, we stay in the 6, plus I thought we were playing well enough that the goal may have come anyway in the 4-2-3-1. Who knows? Let me know. Do you think we should have chased it? Away from home, if we're at home, definitely would have. But away from home, not the worst. We have Reading, obviously, in the last day of October. We'll see you guys in just a second for the highlights of the Reading game. This game here will determine if I think we had a good October or not. If we win this game, it's a pass. If we don't win this game, it's a fail. And we'll see if we do pass or fail here in this mega October, here in episode 2 of The Regrowth. Welcome back, YouTube. It's the final game against Reading of the episode, and it is a poor result. We have dominated Reading at home, and we have failed to score. Only 3 chances on target. First half, something like 5 or 6 shots, nothing on target. Some beautiful football, has to be said, that was played, but we weren't able to find anything. Thiago Silva nearly scoring goal of the year. It was a well-worked move, and then it fell back to him after some very brilliant passing down the left. He hit it on the volley from like 25 yards out, just over the bar. It would have been a great goal. Probably would have been one of my favourite goals we scored all year. Simply put, I'm going to say it wasn't good enough. Sambas hasn't conceded in like 360 minutes of football, which is really good to see as well. And I think we can do one or two things. We can either take the positives out of the month, and the positives would be we're in 6th, we're still in the playoffs, and we just got through a very tough month where we played Norwich, we played Watford, we played Bournemouth, who are now 1 point behind us, and there we are. Or we could take the negatives out of it and say, look, that it could have been a lot better. If I'm going to give us a mark on the month, on this mega October, it's a meh month. It's air. It could have been better, could have been worse. Especially after pinching a result against Norwich City. I do think we missed a trick here to win one of those last 2 games in the month and really cement ourselves in that top 6. Instead, it's going to lead us with a lot of work to go. I do think, though, we're on the right track, and I do think the 4-2-3-1 is definitely probably the way forward. We just need maybe that touch of quality in the 10 role and maybe a touch of quality at the back to really be okay. However, we have 3 clean sheets in the last 3 games, so maybe I am picking a little bit too much on the back 4. In terms of when we're going to be back next for another YouTube episode, I will look around here. I definitely think Brentford definitely is the game. There's no massive games here in November apart from QPR and Blackburn. Wickham, Bristol, Luton, Brentford. I might do a Bristol-Brentford double header and show you the results of Luton and maybe show you the Watford game at home because it's big as well. And I think that's what we're going to do next. I'm going to be back for Bristol, show you the Luton game, be back for Brentford, get through Christmas, and show you the Watford and Middlesbrough results as well here in December. We do a little bit of a mega-ish December, sort of a festival YouTube episode. Get through that festive period where it's just so massive. And we might even chuck the Birmingham game, why not, in there as well, because it is the first. We might do that too. We'll see how we feel when it comes to that episode there. Anyway, from Damo and everybody else here, it's been a not bad episode. We're still in the playoffs, and there's definitely positives to take from it. There's also some negatives too, that we haven't really pushed on with it, and maybe the squad isn't as good as I once thought it was when we knocked everyone through in pre-season and were looking amazing at the time. We definitely need more goals in this team, and I definitely think in January that's something we're going to look to improve on. But apart from that, it hasn't bang too bad, and we're smack bang exactly where we're predicted to be. From Dame and everybody else here, like, subscribe, links down below, and I'll see you next time, YouTube, for another episode of The Regrowth.